So for lesson 3, I'm going to open up our block. And again, at the top, we've got a summary of the pages you need to read in your book. After you do that, you're going to read through the lecture demo. Once you complete that, you will do the textbook assignment, which is going to give you direct practice on everything in that lecture demo. And then after you complete the textbook assignment, you will complete the lab assignment. I did note here that one of the biggest problems students have this week is in how they have organized their folders and files and how they name their folders and files. Because when you view things live online, they are case sensitive. So upper and lower case matter. If you put spaces in your names, that matters. So you need to be very purposeful in naming your folders and your files. If you match what I have, you're not going to have any problems. If you don't match what I have, then you're going to have to make some adjustments to your code. Because if you key in the examples I provided, if you didn't match the upper and lower case naming conventions that I used, your links are not going to work. Okay? And if you're dealing with images, your images won't display. So little word of warning up front. Hopefully that will help you guys avoid some problems. So for the lecture demo, select our link here. This is actually split into 3 sections because we're covering quite a bit this week. You may want to do this in 3 separate sittings because I think it'll help you absorb the information a little bit better. So we get into, first of all, HTML images and links, and we're covering image formats and how to prepare your images for the web. Now, I will admit that I am a Photoshop user. I love Photoshop. I use it all the time. Unfortunately, Photoshop is an expensive program. So I do show you how to use LunaPic, which is an online editor. Okay? If you prefer to download a program and use it offline, GIMP is very similar to Photoshop. So if you've ever used Photoshop, but you don't want to pay the money, you may enjoy using GIMP. Again, LunaPic is free. It does a pretty good job of basic photo editing. And so this little section here walks you through how to resample and resize images, how to crop images, how to web optimize, how to create thumbnails, all of that fun stuff that you need to know. Now, I did include some extra information down here on how to crop, because we do cover cropping photos. So, you know, how do you pick the best area of the photo to keep? And this goes through some different composition background information that will help you crop your photos and make them look better. I also included modifying image color because sometimes you get images that are discolored. And so this little section shows you using LunaPic how to fix the color in the image. And then for those of you that like funky little effects, this section tells you how to use the filter and artifacts that are in LunaPics. And you can create some pretty cool images with that. Okay, so this section is kind of lengthy because not only does it tell you how to use LunaPic, it also explains the different kinds of image formats that are used on the internet and when you should use each format. Once you have images, okay, then this section shows you how to actually insert images into your web pages. And you're basically using the image tag. And that image tag has lots of attributes that you can add. Ones that are required is source, because that actually tells it where your image is. And alt text is also, I would say it's required. The image will display without it, but it's very bad form not to put alt text in, because a lot of people use screen readers these days, and the screen readers basically use the alternate text to tell visually impaired students or visually impaired people what that image is showing. So source and alt text are definitely things that you need to put in your image tag. There's some additional attributes that you can add, so I've covered what those do. And HTML5 does include figure and fig caption tags. These could be on your certification exam, so it is kind of important that you understand what they are and when they are used. And then we get into hyperlinks. And there's all sorts of things that you can link in a page. You can do an internal link, which is linking from one section of the page to another. You can do external links, where you link from your page to another one of your pages or to a completely different website. And you can have email links. Basically, any content that you can have online, you can link to. And this page explains all the different types of links and how to add them. So you're definitely going to want to read through all those sections. They provide a lot more information than the book. Once you get done reading through the book and the lecture demo, then you can go ahead and work on your assignment. And this is where I've added a lot of the videos. I did not do a video on creating folders. If you can't remember how to create folders, you can go back to the lesson 2 video. I start with task number 2. That's where you're going to find the video. And there's actually 3 different parts to this, and there are videos on each part. Okay, you'll notice that everything in this assignment has a video. Okay, and probably the easiest and fastest way to complete this assignment, if you have a mobile device, you can actually watch the video on the mobile device and work on the exercise on your computer. I think that would be the fastest, easiest way to get this done. Okay, and then when you're all done with all the pages at the very bottom here, it basically tells you all of the changes and things that you should have done to the page, and tells you to transfer the pages to the web. And there's a video that shows you how to do that as well. Once you're done with the textbook assignment, you're going to come in here to the drop box, and you are going to indicate that it is done. And then you're going to work on your lab assignment. Now, the lab assignment does require that you get some graphics. So I did include links to resources down here. These same resources are down here at the bottom under coding resources, but I put them up here just for easier access for you. So if you click on the lab assignment, the first part of this, you're going to create your own page. There's a video that explains it, but you're going to have to find 3 images. And that is where these links are going to come in handy. Okay, and once you get the images, you need to create a thumbnail and a web optimized version. And that is something that you learn how to do in the textbook assignment. So I don't really show you that in this video. This video just kind of shows you the finished product and explains how everything should be set up. Okay, this text is basically showing you the same thing. And here is the code that I have for my finished product, which I called Big Cats. And if you wanted to see it live, I have a link here. Once you finish part 1, you're going to go to part 2, which is updating your assignment page. and you are going to be changing this page and adding links to it. Once you get the links in, then you're going to come down here and you're going to add a graphic to the background of the page. And there's a couple different ways you can add graphics. There are some free PowerPoint graphics that work great. And so you can use that. And I have a video showing you how to use that website. If you prefer a photograph, you can also go to, one of these photo sites and download a royalty-free photo. But oftentimes, if you try to put a photo in the background, it is too dark and you can't read your text. So you are going to have to do a little editing of the photo to make it lighter. And so this video is showing you how to download a photo, a royalty-free one, and then how to use LunaPic to lighten up the background. Once you have a background image, then you're going to add it to your assignment page, and that's what this video is showing you. And then at the end, you do need to transfer your pages. Once you finish this, you're going to go into the Dropbox and enter done. And if you have any problems at all, and I am anticipating some issues on this assignment, especially because we're getting into linking and graphics, and they are all case sensitive when you view them live. Okay, so after you transfer everything, make sure you go to the live page and that you check it. The last video in the lab assignment shows you how to do that. And that's probably when you're going to notice that things aren't working. So if you can't figure out why something isn't displaying, as long as you have it, live online, you can email me and ask for help, and I can go out and take a look. I have to see it live online, okay? So you have to get it on the web, and then I'll be able to look at it and I can help you. So hopefully everybody will have a great week. Again, if you run into problems or have questions, please let me know. I just added this little question and answer forum because we are getting into more complicated material. Each week you will notice this. I will put one in each block. And basically, if you have any questions about material that we've covered that week, you can ask them in this forum. Because this is our first forum, you can also ask questions about lesson 2. So either lesson 2 or lesson 3. I want to make sure that you understand everything moving forward, because in this class, everything that we do builds on previous weeks. So it is important that you understand the information. And this particular week tends to be one that people do have issues with. So once I see a question, I will answer it. And that way, if you post to the forum, everybody can see the question and the answer. So we can all learn from each other this way. If it's more of a personal thing, so let's say you looked at your site live and things aren't displaying properly, you should not post that to this forum, okay? That you should email me. So what you should post to this forum is general questions like, I'm a little fuzzy on relative links. Could you explain again how they work? That kind of thing. Okay, so general information, not information specific to your individual assignment. Okay, so hopefully you all have a great week. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. If it's a general question about material that you need more explanation on, that should go in the forum here. If it is a very specific question about a problem you are having in an assignment, then please email me.